Okay, we'll go ahead with Northern State. Head coach Paul Sather. We have 0, Ethan Smith, 15, Bo Friesen, 23, Justin Decker. Coach will lead off with a statement from you before questions.
You know, I told our guys afterwards, and me on the very top, there's a lot of things that happen in a game that you wish that you could take back and do. But you got to give a lot of credit to that Southeast team. We made some mistakes late, and they just made us pay every time. But it's one of those where we had a chance late. You know, I wish I would have had the guys foul, and that's on me. That's on me. But we had our opportunities throughout, and I told our guys after this game, there's a lot of guys that wish they could have maybe had this or that opportunity back, and it's going to sting. But the one thing I want, and I wrote this number up. I wrote the number 102, and that's how many wins these three guys have brought our program the last 3 years, and a much bigger number is the impact they've made in our community with people, how they are. These guys are great guys. It's fun to win at one of them. It's fun to win with them, but you love going to battle with them, win or lose. And special guys. I don't have Logan LeGrand here as a senior, but same kind of impact. And I said, with life, you got a lot. These guys got some great things in front of them in life. And what they're going to remember is the kind of teams they were a part of and the relationships they had. This one will always sting, and you'll look back and you'll say, man, I wish this or that. But the big picture is, and Coach Meyer used to say this all the time, you want to be the kind of program that even when you lose, you win. And I think these guys accomplished that pretty well. All right, that's all I got.
Questions?
Ian, you look a little bit at peace. What's going through your mind? This is obviously painful. What's happening?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just thankful. I didn't think I'd even be here. So just to be here with a group of guys that have helped me grow in every way possible throughout these 5 years, I'm just extremely thankful. And I don't hang my head. I don't feel bad. Obviously, the loss stings. You want to keep playing as long as you can. You don't want it to be over, but I'm just extremely blessed to be here and thankful that I've got to grow under this guy. He's taught me so much he probably doesn't even know. Living with this dude for 4 years, 5 years, you get a lump in your throat, right? Because so you don't want this to end, but it is what it is, and I'm extremely thankful and proud of my guys, proud of this team, proud of the culture we've developed and that I've been a part of, and I'll forever be thankful. So, yeah, I'm at peace.
Well, when you think of your career, it feels like it flew by, and here it is. Here it is. What goes through your mind in this moment, to end the way it did?
I mean, like Ian said, this loss sucks, to be honest, to put it straightforward. But the last 4 years with these guys and a guy like Logan LeGrand, and you know what Coach Sather, Coach Fritz back there have done for us, it's been unreal and helped me not only become a better basketball player, but to grow as a person. And I couldn't be more thankful for that.
Justin, your feelings?
Same as these guys. I mean, it's been a great 5 years. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Love all these guys. I mean, I was hoping to get back to the national championship like last year, but it just doesn't always work out like that. But I'm glad I got to do it with these guys under Coach Sather. All the other coaches have been here, Coach Fritz. Let's thank all these guys. I'm blessed.
Coach, I know your expectations, were extremely high for this group, and rightly so. How do you, it was some guys that are coming back that might feel some blame laid at their feet. How do you keep this group moving forward? How do you look back, learn, and bounce?
We don't have guys that are gonna hang on the mistakes they made. I mean, we all make mistakes. I was telling there isn't a day goes by where I don't screw up a good dozen times, and no, that's not a concern. What you miss with this group of seniors is you just miss the daily work that they put in. You see what it's meant to them, and as a coach, you can't ask for anything more of your student athletes. Is the work they put in, not just for themselves, but for each other. And that's been these guys' approach, and that's what's made them special. And you hope the younger guys will learn that. It's such a selfless act, the amount of work these guys have put in. And it's why we've been able to get our program where it is. And we had an opportunity to move on. It just didn't happen tonight.
You had to ask a basketball question. What happened in those last 2 minutes? Obviously the turn.
Yeah, well, you could start a list, right?
Yeah.
Number one, the one thing that happened is, we had a few turnovers here and there. But boy, the Southeast team was really coming at us. They weren't missing, and so we had some empty possessions. We had some empty possessions in a row where they made threes or they got quick baskets, and it just was a tidal wave, honestly. And like I said, there's going to be those 2 minutes that you want to replay and do different. I know for me there is, and you learn. I always tell these guys, man, you learn from mistakes. I think this team has been one of the best teams I've ever coached when it comes to solving problems and learning. And hey, there's a lot to learn from a coaching standpoint in those last 2 minutes for me. What's so hard for me personally is that I'm not going to get to coach these three guys and Logan LeGrand anymore. And so that's what's hard. I mean, it would have been nice to extend that for another game and just see. But like I said, you got to credit Southeast. Boy, they made some plays. They just made some plays. There wasn't a lot of room for them to get back into it, and we opened up some doors and allowed that. And then, that kid makes a big three late. It tied it, and then we couldn't get a stop in overtime. I think they scored almost every possession.
Did you come out deflated at all after the way things happened?
I don't know. I think you trust your team because these guys aren't those kind of guys. I think you got to give credit to Southeast on that. I think our guys came out in overtime ready to go, but they made a couple more plays than we did. And then now you're battling at short clock. You're battling a 6-point deficit, and trying to make plays. And they just really made a lot of plays late.
Anything else? Thank you, guys.